One of the most challenging things in real estate is selling your current home, finding another home and buying it, and coordinating all the timing and dates to make sure that it's a seamless transition. Many people are a little stressed at the prospect of doing that, and we want to share 3 ways that you can actually buy a home before you sell your current home, and we're going to go over those 3 things right now. But before we jump into it, just to recap, the most common way that people purchase a home and sell is they make an offer that's contingent on the sale of their home, and then when their home sells, a back-to-back closing is set up. It is a bit of a headache. It does require some coordination and some thought to make sure that everything is organized appropriately, but it is the way that most people do it. There are options, especially if you're in a particular position, where you can do 3 other ways of actually going out and securing the home, moving into the home. That way you don't have to worry about coordinating all those dates and move in and move outs and all of that stuff. So number 1, the first thing you can do is what's called a bridge loan or an asset-based loan. A bridge loan or an asset-based loan. Essentially what that is the bank is going to put a lien or a mortgage on your current home, and they're going to use the equity that you've got there to back a loan. That's going to be a short-term loan that's going to allow you to get into the new one, and then maybe after you're out, you can paint, renovate, or whatever on the home, then put it out on the market, sell it for the best price, and then pay off that short-term bridge loan. Another thing you can do is the asset-based loan. The asset-based is going to look at your 401ks. It's going to look at maybe some brokerage securities where you've got some investments. It's going to basically use that as a backing or collateral for the loan, and then as soon as your home sells, then it will remove that lien that you have against your brokerage securities, your stocks. All right, so I'm going to put those as one category: bridge loan based on your home or asset based. The second one that you can do is what's called a HELOC, which is a home equity line of credit. And essentially what you're doing there is if you have a home and you're downsizing, and let's say your current home is worth $750 and you're going to be downsizing to a home that's worth $400, you could go pull out a line of credit on your home if you own it outright, and you could get that $400 out of that home, use that to go purchase this particular home, and then sell your home, pay off that HELOC, and that's one way that you can go about it. I mentioned 401ks. If you have a retirement, you can pull the retirement out. And I think as long as a lot of the retirement accounts, they require you to replenish the money within a certain amount of time. So as long as you can meet those deadlines, you can pull money out of a 401k, purchase a home, prepare your home to sell after you move out, sell it, then replenish the 401k with the money that you took out, and then you're back. So you can get a lot of what I call brain damage when you are thinking about selling your home, trying to renovate it. Maybe you're still living in it. Maybe you still have kids and you're there in the home and you're trying to prepare it to sell, and then you're having to pack up. And you have to realize too, whenever you get ready to close, you need the money from your current home, and you're closing say on a Friday, and you want to buy this other home on a Friday. Well, you can't start moving into that home until you actually sign the paperwork and pay for it, but you can't sign the paperwork to pay for it until after you sell your home. But when you sign that paperwork, you've got to be out of your current home at that time, unless you work out some sort of leaseback. Those are becoming less and less popular over time, doing leasebacks, but they still happen and are common enough in Texas. If you get people coming from out of state that are unaccustomed to leasebacks, a lot of times they do not want to see a leaseback in place. And so when you have that situation, what you're looking at is having to be out of the home at the time you sign paperwork to sell yours, but you can't start moving in until you sign paperwork on the purchase and you pay, and all the money's been transferred over. And so essentially you've got to be out of the home completely before you even start moving in. So a lot of times what that looks like is storage buildings, storage containers, pods, multiple U-Haul trucks parked somewhere. That's really what you see a lot of times. So last piece, we talked about HELOCs, 401ks, we talked about bridge loans, and we talked about asset-based lendings with brokerage security, stocks, investments, and stuff of that nature. There's also some buy before you sell programs. A lot of times these come with some hefty fees. It may be worth looking at. So there's one company that I know of called Homeward. They're based out of Austin, and there are other companies like that as well. You can find some more modern style people that will front you the money on the home, and you have a certain fee that they're going to make up on the sale of the home. So it's not going to be a loan. It's going to be more, they're going to draw some commissions and stuff from the sale. And some people have found that to work really well. I think that the bridge loan or the asset-based lending would be my first choice if you were looking at trying to buy before you sell. Obviously, the safest way to go in terms of finances is to make a contingent offer. The drawback is that it's really hard to coordinate the times. Also, the sellers may not want to wait for your house to sell, and so it can weaken your offer and force you to pay a higher price for the home as a way of counterbalancing the weakness that is in the contingency. So we do see people that can do a straight offer without a contingency can be a little bit more negotiable on the price with the seller. If the seller is like, if I got to wait for your house to sell, why would I do that and still take a hit on the price? You see where I'm going with that. So with all of that, selling and buying is something that we do all the time. Most of the properties we do is a contingency offer. So it is difficult, but we do it all the time. We coordinate it. There's certain things you want to make sure you get organized, make sure everybody's aware of dates and when you got to be out, when you can start moving in and all of that. So if you got questions, you're thinking about it, maybe you're stressed out, we'd love to chat with you and maybe give you some peace of mind. We can get you in contact with the local lender here in Granbury or one up in Dallas that does bridge loans. They're very good. Happy to share their contact information with you if you'd like to go kind of explore those options. If you have any questions, anything you want us to shoot, let us know. As far as videos, if we don't hear from you, hopefully we'll see you around Granbury. Have a good one.